it's always a question. I don't know. Can people hear me? Hello? Our some technical difficulties, audience. Hang on, please.
All right. Yes, we're live.
We really should have this down by now, but welcome to episode 21 of Unboxing Art Show. You wouldn't know it. It is episode 21. Yeah, it's Saturday, October 22nd, and it's an exciting show. We got 8 boxes to open up for you guys. You know the drill. You know how this goes. I've got boxes of art to open up. If you can guess which artist sent me which box, you win a prize, which I will show you as we go along. And this is a special episode because we have 2 guests, live studio audience. We have Jason K and Mark V. You may know them from CAF or from commenting on previous shows, but they are here and they're going to do a little show and tell. So this is unboxing / art show. They're here for the art show portion where we show pieces sometimes never before seen from our private collections. And this one is dedicated to Love and Rockets and Jaime Hernandez. Hey, so welcome, guys. So they're waving. They're just going to be quiet in the background. You know what? If you guys have any comments about the art as I open it, feel free. Feel free. You can speak up. All right, so let's see who we have in the audience tonight. We got Marcus, we got Yo Curry, Adil Alamon, Luke Ewan, Yamal Dure, who is Yams, Absurd 13, Pat L, Tyler T, Bill Johnson, Don Bargenda, Ron Lim, Absurd 13, did I say that already? Mike Sitchy, Mike Cushion, JC Padilla, who is going to play a part in this unboxing, believe it or not. Comic Art Channel, Doug Pfluger, Mike Bravenek, Victor Bracamontes, Grant Riddle, Lucas Cook, Ryan Peters, Reba J, Sean, Athenium Comic Art, another Sean. Let's see, Morgan Hatfield, Doug L, and there's Mark V saying, hey Tyler. Okay, thank you all for joining. Please remember to hit that like button. It helps the show. And why don't we get started? So our first package is this small box. It's so just for scale, I will show you I'll show you next to a FedEx box. This is the opposite of wall power. I don't know, this is like desk power or something. Let's see, it's just a small box. Let's see if you guys can guess. Okay, we've got Dragata, Love, Marcus Way. Marcus Way got it right off the bat. Marcus Way, congratulations. You won a DWJ Championship belt sticker. That's all yours for guessing this box, which did come from Jeffrey Allen Love. Good one, Marcus. Let's see what our guesses we got. We had Harren, McLean, Bertram, Sanford, Rossmo, DWJ, Pope, Otley, Sanford, Klein, Sanford Green, Andrade, Pope. But it is Jeffrey Allen Love. Jeffrey Allen Love, who has, you know, when I started working with Jeffrey, he'd already had several books put out by Flex Publications, and he'd already garnered quite a fan base amongst his fellow artists, and we're talking big name artists like Dave McKean, Mike Mignola, Bill Sienkiewicz, our own Paul Pope, and including famous collectors like director Guillermo del Toro, all provided excellent pull quotes for his books. But it's, for whatever reason, the last few months, gotten more attention than ever. Okay, hang on a second. That's cool. Okay, so it's actually all the art's in this little envelope, and he put it in a box surrounded by bubble wrap for extra protection, which is excellent. Hey, tell you what, Marcus, looks like these are stickers from Jeffrey Allen Love. So since you guessed Jeffrey Allen Love, I'm going to send you the Jeffrey Allen Love sticker and the DWG sticker. You won both. Congratulations. Let's take a look what's in here. Take a look what is in here. So besides the envelope, he also put all the art into one of these top loaders. So everything was extra protected. Great job, Jeffrey. Really great job. And this packing job gets an A. And I will tell you right now, they're not all A's. Okay, let's take a look at these little sketches. So perfect timing for these. If you follow me on social media, you'll know I've been hinting at this. New York Felix Con will be happening this coming week. Fingers crossed. We are still working on it, but we are shooting for this coming week. 4-day event with a possible 5th day surprise drop. It's all in the works. We're working feverishly to get this done. And we always lead off our online art shows, whether it's San Diego Felix Con or New York Felix Con, with a sketch drop. So Jeffrey sent me a whole bunch of really cool sketches from his sketchbook that he carefully cut out. So let's just check these out. Oh man, look at that. And for these, he's experimenting, he's playing around, and you can see there's screen tones on this. That is a killer. Actually, specifically Dark Knight. Hey, Yams, can you zoom in a little bit?
Yeah.
And they're not all necessarily comic characters. They're just things Jeff wants to draw. Oh, this is cool. If you recognize this, that means you are a fan of Nick Dragata, and specifically Nick Dragata's Ghost Cage. This is the character Sam from Ghost Cage. And oh man, Jeffrey paying homage to more than one of our guys. This, of course, is Ultra Mega. I'm not sure what this is. He wrote on the back. Oh, Batman again, but face, you know, surveying Gotham from a perch. And check that out with. Yeah, Batman, of course, this is Spider-Man, similar, except Spider-Man's swinging. Oh, these are great. It's the first time I've seen these. Let's see, this is, let's show what this is. That is cool. Oh, lordy. Well, this is perfect. I believe this is his own creation. Oh, Gundam. This is a Gundam. Oh, wow. Shaolin Cowboy with that spot of red, so you can tell right away. And of course, that the chainsaw is mounted on the end of the staff. Great stuff. Been emailing Jeff Darrow last couple of days. It was actually Jeff Darrow's birthday. Go on social media and wish him a happy birthday. Let's call this. Oh, cool. Zombies. All right. Let's just lay these out in all their glory. So you can appreciate all of them. What do you think, Jason?
And
You probably have to zoom out now, Yams. All right. So people can see these things and start deciding which ones they want. Now, actually, given the sheer number of these, I'm not entirely certain that these will be going into the New York Felix Con, maybe its own dedicated drop, but Probably New York Felix Con. All right, let's see what you guys have to say. You guys enjoy that while I check out the comments. ML says, Ryan Sook to all in advance, and thank you. That's not how it goes, ML. You gotta guess each time. Scott Wingo, how you doing, Scott Wingo? We got Afronaut, Joao Antunes. We got some more people coming in. Welcome, welcome, DC Patrol. DC Patrol, who seemingly wins something every time. DC Patrol, I just sent you your prize from last time. If anyone is in the room, one last time, everything went out this past week. So if you haven't gotten it already, you should get it soon. We got TAMD1. I'm pretty sure I know who that is. How you doing? Bootlegging is a habit. How you doing, Dan? It says, I just ordered a Jeffrey Allen Love t-shirt from Rogue Print Company. Yes, if you go to Rogue Print Company, they have a limited edition Jeffrey Allen Love t-shirt. Nick Barucci says, jumping in to ask everyone to hit the thumbs up. Nick is always good for that. Thank you, Nick. Jalaxy P. How you doing? Sebastian, Robert Eng. Says NYC was great. Felix's booth was well run as usual. Thank you, Robert. Marvin Lewis says, hey, everyone, can't wait to see what Mark V has to show off. No, I can't wait either, Marvin. But what about Jason? You don't care about Jason? Poor Jason. Well, maybe we'll take a vote, see who brought the better art. Then we'll see. Let everyone decide, not just leave it up to Marvin, who's very biased toward Mark Vega. All right, cool. So that is what Jeffrey sent me, and I'm very, very happy. These things are perfect for our big sketch drop for New York Felix Con. Just perfect. All right, let's take a look at our next box. And if you guess this one right, tell you what, you get a Jeffrey Allen Love sticker and another Daniel Warren Johnson Champion Wrestling Belt sticker. 2 stickers. Gonna give you 2 chances to win. Actually, give you 1 chance to win, but you win 2 prizes. 2 prizes for guessing correctly this FedEx box, which is just a FedEx box. Schizoid is here. Let's see, we got Dragata, Paul Pope, Riley Rossmo, Warren. I do not represent anyone named Warren, Mike Bravenick. Sorry, Tim L. Is Harren. We got Stegman, Bergara, DWJ, Paul Pope, Andrade, DWJ, Mooneyham, Klein, Bergara, Stanford, Trad, Doug Fluger, Ever Hopeful. No art from Trad, and no Trad art anytime soon. Green, nope. Mooneyham, DWJ, Eminem, Huddleston, Moore, JP Mayer. So far, no. Conley, Dragata, Harren, Huddleston, McLean, nope. Pope, Shimizu, Bilquist, Green, Bertram, Otley, Takara. No, and no. And where is ML? ML, where are you? This was your moment. You're like, Sook, Tim L got it. Sook, ML. It just so happened this was the next box, and it was like set up perfectly for you. But Tim L got it. This box is from Ryan Sook. Marcus Way gets Sook too, but too late. Ryan always sends me stuff in a FedEx box. It's practically foolproof. And this box I have been very, very excited to get, which when you see, you'll understand why. This has been in the works for a while. We've been super hard at work on this project. And now it's done. And here it is. Okay, there's two parts to this package. First part is, this is going to be a single solitary piece. Check that out, guys. It is a cover to a book called Nemesis, which is a Millar World book, or Miller World. I always used to pronounce the guy's name Millar, but apparently it's pronounced Miller. M-I-L-L-A-R. You know who he is, Mark Miller. He's got a big Netflix deal, and he's got incredible taste in artists. He works with some of the best artists, like our own Stuart Eminem and Ryan Sook. Cool cover.
Yeah.
So this is probably going to go into New York Felix Con. So if you are a Felix Comic Art veteran of our big online extravaganza events, then you know that our second drop is, we go from all sketches to all covers. This will be just perfect for that. But this is really what I wanted to show you guys. Ryan was tabbed by DC to work on their Dark Crisis book, which has him creating his own Batman. And the writer on this, his co-creator, is Cy Spurrier, who works with Matthias Bergara a lot on Coda, on Step by Bloody Step, on a Constantine run. A really excellent writer from the past 10 years. And together they've come up with their own Batman. So this is the entire thing. What the heck? I'm just going to show it to you. It doesn't come out till end of November, but I'm going to show it to you now because this deserves to be seen. And you can see this is all the art is 100% penciled and inked by Ryan, and it's just meticulous. I mean, guys, look how tight that is.
Yeah.
Unreal, right? I think we need to get zoomed in.
All right.
Yams. So yeah, you're gonna get to see all of the art now. Please keep this quiet. What happens during unboxing art show stays an unboxing art show. Don't rat me out to the powers that be, please. And here we go. You know, I don't know if you can see like in his mask, I mean, just that tight cross-hatching pattern to give it that texture. Let's see how to straighten this out a little bit.
Look at that futurescape.
And Ryan draws like whiteout was never invented. I mean, he inks like his life depends on it.
Wow.
There you go. There's the big reveal. Ryan's Batman. This is 100% his design. I mean, he designed all of it, including the tech, which you're going to see. I believe you'll be seeing a Batmobile in this because I saw the designs for that. And of course, we get right into the action. This is, of course, Batman versus Penguin. I liken this a bit to what Mignola did with Gotham by Gaslight, which is clearly, you know, little different sensibility. That's more, I don't know what you call it. Would you call that steampunk? But this is futuristic Batman, but all his own. Ryan's version of Batcave. would guess that's his Joker. Here we go. Here it is. Ryan's Batmobile. Well, I can't wait to read this, that's for sure. So I've been saying, Ryan's been around for 20 some odd years, but he has still somehow been relatively under the radar, and I truly believe underappreciated. And I'm telling you right now, that is going to change. Boom, here's another awesome splash page. So we end on that. Enjoy that. I'll get caught up on your comments. Tom Teacher says, oh snap, did you all know Felix Comic Art is an anagram of High Flux Comic Art? Now you do. Yeah, Tom, I mean, why do you think we called it Felix Comic Art? I mean, yeah, you figured it out, congrats. Tim L says, Sook putting in the work. She sure is. ML's back. ML, you had your chance. That was your moment. He says, I'm glad the stream is tight today. These details are nuts. Yep. Gnome Polian, I think you're new, says, I buy everything Spurrier writes. Looking forward to this. Kevin Sharp says, Ryan's so consistently good for so many years. No ups and downs, just ups. And still more ups to come, Kevin. I'm not exaggerating. Just keep following us. Max Machado says, Sook needs to open that commission list already. I'm dying. So am I, Max, but hang tight, hang tight. I just talked to Ryan last week, and he has not forgotten. It's just a matter of fitting it into the schedule. Jersey Lambo. Hey, Jersey Lambo. Oh, man. Yep. Lambo in their house. Thanks for popping by, Lambo, and it's like perfect timing for you. I know this is what you wanted to see. Bad Bear Comics says, just got here. Whose pages are these? These are by the awesome Ryan Sook, Bad Bear Comics. All right. Great job, Ryan. That was very exciting. Okay, next package is a rather slim one. There's not going to be a lot of art in this, but it's like a funny shape. It's long and it's very slim, and it's not packed so great. So while the previous packages have been earning good grades, this one got lucky. We got Tragata, DWJ Pope, Tim L. You won twice in a row. I should show you guys your prize, shouldn't I? Okay, next prize is this issue of Fantastic Four, the anniversary tribute issue celebrating 60 years of Marvel's first family. And this one is signed by Nick Klein. Nick did not sign the cover because this issue, they had like a different artist do every page. So what Nick did was he signed his page. There you can see that, Nick Klein right there. Congratulations, Tim. You won twice in a row. You're practically a DC Patrol today, aren't you? Good job. This is indeed Pope. Let's pop this sucker open. Let's see what we got in here. Yikes, we got really lucky with this packaging because it's just two flimsy pieces of cardboard. We just got lucky. this out of my sight. It offends me. Terrible. All right, we got some. So we are gearing up for an all Paul Pope drop. Should be happening in November. A lot of the stuff is going to make it in there. So we have a whole bunch of these prelim sketches. You know, Paul always likes to work these things out in a sketchbook, and then he tears it out for me. These are just some ideas for a series of Wonder Woman covers he did. And we'll have at least 2 Wonder Woman covers during the Paul Pope drop, which is coming up in November. Guess what? With all these, I will say this for Paul. He signs every single piece. And yes, these are roughs, but they still present beautifully, especially after he's signed them. That little touch makes such a difference. You guys agree?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could frame that up, and there's the. Then you got his signature.
Still undoubtedly Pope.
Yep.
I was telling Jason, the first time I've ever seen a Pope in person.
You've never seen a Pope in person? Seriously?
Nope.
Well, here you go. Not a ton of Pope this time, but it's still cool to see in person. If you want to see great Pope, you need to check out Jason's collection.
Yeah, Jason.
Yeah. Next time.
Oh, cool. Batman. Batman sketch always popular. All right. Is that pieces? Oh, cool. This is a Batman commission. 11 by 17. I think Absurd 13 is in the room. If so, here it is. This one belongs to you. The Joker gang leader from Akira. This piece is awesome. And woohoo, another Batman. So 3 fantastic commissions. Yams, I'm gonna make you zoom out again. Hate to do this to you. So that's all from Pope, and thank God it made it here in decent shape, because this could have been a disaster. You know what? Yeah, leave it. Leave it. We're okay. That's okay. This is good. DC Patrol says he was feeling brave with such a little packing. I guess he was. Max Machado says, hey, Marvin, you should be working. I guess you guys know each other. Dr. Psycho. Yeah, it's Dr. Psycho on those Wonder Woman covers. Tim L says, looks like he took the cardboard off the ground. A hobo was sleeping on to pack that. Well, it was not that bad, Tim. Jeez. I mean, leave the harsh criticisms to me, please. Gnome Polian says, any more battling boy from Pope? From your lips to God's ears, no, but I cannot say anything, but yeah, from your lips to God's ears. Tim Guerrero says, I love it. He signs all the pages. Me too. Okay. Let's keep going, guys. And our next prize is another Nick Klein signed comic from The Scumbag, the series written by Rick Remender. And every issue has a different artist. Our own Matias Bergara did an issue. This one is done by Wes Craig. That's cool. His deadly class colleague, compatriot. And of course, this beautiful painted cover was by Nick, which we had sold already a while back, and signed by Nick. So if you guess this next one, you win The Scumbag, signed by Nick Klein. And it is a package, looks like this. It's not real pretty, and it's from Canada Post. Canada Post, so who could it be? We've got Dragata, Stegman, Bertram, Otley, Mooniam, DWGA, Klein, Patera, Tradmore, Conley, Green, Takara, Rossmo, Marcus Way with Rossmo. You got it, Marcus. Thank you. You got it. Marcus Way with the winner. Okay. Boy, this is another interesting packing job. It's like, I'm not quite sure how to open this. Let's see. I was looking for the seams. You see, this is totally jerry-rigged packing. So, I'm gonna try and unwind this. But as long as the art is very secure, that's the key thing. It doesn't have to look pretty on the outside. Here we go. Get at the beautiful contents. All right, I think some of this I can show, some of this I can't. So let me take a peek at these. See, not out till October. This I probably can't show. Maybe we are in October. Let me take a look at this. Thank you. Mark V, very, very helpful. Thanks, Mark. I'm peeling all this stuff away from the art, and Mark V's just here to pick up the scraps for me. Unlike Jason, who's on his phone, I believe.
I've done it with a much higher load.
Okay, let's see. You know what? I think I can show that, but let me open this other one first. There's 2 packages here. I'm not sure what this is. You've not labeled this, so. You know what? This is. Okay, so for those of you who did not know, Riley had an 18-issue run on Harley Quinn, highly celebrated, probably Harley Quinn's, her character-defining arc, and he's now moved on to Robin. So there's a lot of Robin art in here, and I don't think I can show you all of it. There's also miscellaneous pieces in there that are really cool. And this stuff I can't show you. So let's take a look. A lot of this art is going to go into New York Felix Con sketch drop, so feast your eyes. I mean, check this out. This is Lobo, Wolverine, slicing up Lobo's arm, and a bulldog, just cause. And of course that, Lobo's chain. Oh, this is cool. This is Wonder Woman on a griffin. Oh, and this is what I've been waiting for. This is this spectacular piece of art is by Rosa Rossmo, a talented budding young artist, and I commissioned her to draw me Lion King versus My Little Pony, and at which time she informed me that was impossible. So she drew me the Lion King, and for this is the best commission I've ever gotten for $5. I have to say. Great job, Rosa. I love it. Thank you. Rosa is Riley's daughter, so a lot of artistic talent in that family. More Wolverine versus Lobo. It's just Riley was in the mood that day. And of course we have Harley, which I think is going to go down as one of the most important things Riley's done, certainly to date. And some fun little sketches with the color pencil Shazam. There's a Bizarro. And I'm going to guess this was a cover. It's a Superman cover. Action Comics, you can see the lettering here. Okay, let's take a look at some of this this Robin art. At least take a look at this cover. How badass is that cover? Cool. All right, enjoy that. See what you have to say. Grant Riddle lost out on a Riley Lobo on Heritage Week. Sorry, Grant. I didn't even know there was a Riley Lobo on Heritage. I'm not as on top of the auctions that are going on. ML says Riley's stuff for the sketch drops is always amazing. I agree, ML. A lot of congrats from Marcus. A lot of good vibes. Always like to see that. Tim Mel says, my favorite Robin named after me, Tim Drake. Isn't that the one we voted to kill? DC Patrol, if it's Robin number 1, it's safe. You know what, DC Patrol, this is Robin number 1. Riley didn't label this time. I think this is the Robin number 1 cover. I like that. Check that out. Of course, Riley's cool inset panels that he always does. Bootlegging says, congrats on the commission, Felix. Thank you, Bootlegging. DC Bristol, I'm surprised you didn't get her to do Batman and Robin. Well, I have a feeling if I said ask her to do Batman and Robin, I would have been told that was impossible. My Little Pony ran away from the lion. I was hoping the lion would eat My Little Pony, but again, I was told that that team up was impossible. And you know, if the artist isn't feeling it, you got to go with it. I didn't argue with Rosa. She said it's not happening, then it's not happening. Okay, our next prize is going to be. Oh, you know what? Bootlegging brings up a good one. He says, for a good recap on Heritage Auctions, check out Comic Art Channel by JKZA, who is our own Jason Kim. I was going to give that a plug during our art show segment, but might as well do it now. Jason, congrats on starting your new channel. People are watching. You just did the Heritage Auction recap with Yo Curry. That was a lot of fun. How often do you guys do? How often do you do shows?
It's just kind of on the fly, so maybe we'll try to do sometime after each auction, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like me, like not as on the fly as me, because literally I am seriously on the fly. Like nothing is scheduled. Basically, when Yams and I like on the odd times our schedules like mesh. We're like, hurry, let's jam one of these in. And you know, we try to, and then we have to pick a night that Bill Cox isn't doing something, which is like, you know. So anyway,
Yeah,
here we are.
Mine isn't live, so I don't have to worry.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yours isn't live, huh?
Yeah, you got 6 or 7 episodes already. Though, so.
All right. So the next prize is another Rick Remender book, 7 to Eternity. Rick Remender, clearly a big fan of Nick Klein, keeps hiring him for covers. This is 7 to Eternity, the book he did with Jerome Pena. And also James Harren did a couple issues. And there's someone in the viewing audience right now who actually owns a complete James Harren 7 to Eternity issue. And if I recall correctly, bought it sight unseen. Very brave, very brave. Although, come on, it's a safe bet with Harren. But you never know when you're going to get like two. You buy a complete issue, you get 2 pages like that. Be kind of maddening. But anyway. Awesome cover by Nick Klein. Next person who guesses this next package wins it. Another small flat package. But this one, I'll tell you right now, this one has a little heft to it. Don't let it fool you. Big things come in small packages, as they say. This one's a little heavy, and I don't think anybody's gonna get this, but we'll see. If you guys don't get it, I'm gonna call it. Stegman, Sanford Green, Klein, Harren, Otley, DWJ, Andrade, Yuko, Mooneyham, Stevens, Warhol, very funny, Bergara, Stegman, Trag, Takara, Huddleston, Sook. We just got Sook. Unlikely to get 2 in a row. Stevens, Green, Burnham, Tim L. 3 today. Unreal. I mean, who do you think you are, Tim L? DC Patrol? 3? Unreal. But hey, if you get it. That's just bizarre. And I want everyone to know this is not fixed. I didn't give Tim L the scoop. Probably someone out there is thinking, oh, this thing is rigged. It is not. Tim L is just on fire. My goodness. Hey, Tim L, I think you won last time. And again, if you did, all your prizes went out this week. All right, but he did include the art in it with 2 sheets of masonite, which is great. Okay. So it's going to be quite a hangout with us tonight. We're not just doing the show after the show. We're all headed to see a movie. Alamo Drafthouse in San Francisco. We're seeing Decision to Leave, which is the latest film by Park Chan-wook, very famous Korean director. You may know him for Old Boy. I knew once I said that, Jason Kim being a very proud Korean guy. If I said it was a Chinese film, he would have avoided it because, the danger.
Ouch.
I would have said my wife and kids.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. This is a, okay, I got a cheat sheet here. The Justice League cover. Cool.
Pariah.
And he did Creep Show, which is, I think, coming out from Skybound. Revival of the Stephen King movie adaptation that's paying homage to, of course, EC Comics. Yeesh. Brutal. Oh, I love this. That's cool. So I guess these are all Creep Show covers. Oof.
That's a good one.
Yeah. This one. Is that, where are these guys? I was thinking it's like sort of Liefeld looking. Oh, it's Batman Inc. Batman Inc. Ooh, Bloodshot. This is a really cool cover.
Yeah, same.
And this is a complete issue of Superman from the Dark Crisis event that the Ryan Sook Batman's from. So Chris got to do Superman, and I probably cannot show you this. And he actually includes a note here. He says he only wants to part with this cover if we sell the whole issue complete. Yeah, sorry guys, this I know I can't show you. Okay, but I will show you this. Oh my God, look at that. How great is that? Sorry, Chris, had to do it. All right, let's take, I believe this one here is a House of Slaughter cover, which is a spin-off from Something's Killing the Children, which has proven to be a very, very popular hit book. So there you go. There's Chris's cover. That's some serious nightmare fuel there. All right, Timo got his prizes today. There you go. See, told you I sent them. Jeffrey Chang joined late. Missed Sook opening. Oh, you missed a lot, Jeffrey Chang. You're gonna wanna watch the rewind. Trust me. Okay, cool. Thank you, Chris Burnham. We just our last drop, which believe it or not was 4 weeks ago. We've just been, you know, New York Comic Con and everything was actually for Chris, and we dropped his war story that I did with Garth Ennis, and also his Alfred story that I did for Batman Urban Legends. The Alfred story, which showcases Alfred at his badass best, and it was written and drawn by Chris. And I think we sold out just about everything. I know we sold out all the pages for the war story. We sold a bunch of those Alfred pages too. Okay, next correct guess. We're on the Nick Klein train here. This is Han Solo and Chewbacca #4. We had this cover, the original, sell at San Diego Felix Con over the summer. Well, here's what the actual comic looks like. Fantastic. It's got the Wookiee Black Chrysanthemum and signed by Nick. So if you guess the next one, or should we just give it to Tim L? Should we just give it to Tim L? Like, should we just give up? All right, let's see. Good luck with this one, Tim L, because it is a FedEx box, and anyone can send a FedEx box. This could literally be from anyone. So let's see who's gonna get it. We got Dragata, Ryan Stegman, Bertram, Green, Harren, Bad Bear Comics. Bad Bear Comics. Hang on a second. I crossed it out. This is from James Harren. Bad Bear Comics. Do I know who you are? I have to know who you are. Only people in good standing with Felix Comic Art get to win. If you're someone who's not been a good customer, if you're someone who flaked out on me, you're not in good standing. And I'm not saying that you, Bad Bear Comics. All I'm saying is I don't know who you are. But for now, you won because you were the first one to guess James Harren. This is exciting. We don't get art from James often because he's been busy working on Ultra Mega. And that first arc of Ultra Mega took him 3 years. And he's working on the second arc right now, and the first issue of the second arc, which is either going to be, Ultra Mega #5, or it'll be, Ultra Mega 2 #1, whatever. It's the 5th issue, and right now it's clocking in at 60 pages. And he's just a perfectionist. He says he's been redrawing pages, and he wants to make it perfect. And I feel like, man, don't be too crazy about it, but at the same time, it's going to be awesome. So yeah, all you Ultra Mega fans, there is more on the way. And it could be even better than what we've gotten already, which was already a big leveling up. So let's open this up, see what goodies we have in here. I think these are a lot of commissions. We have MODOK. Not sure what this is, but it's very Kirby-ish. Yeah. Actually, there it is, Jack Kirby. So yeah, it's paint homage or something. I'm guessing this is like an artist's choice of some sort. Oh, cool. I love these prelims. So yeah, these will be going into the sketch drop. This is for the Joker cover he did. He settled on, so you can see he does different layouts, and he settled on this one. And you see fave, question mark with an arrow. This is for the MODOK. These are fun. Oh, here's a Wolverine, and actually who that is, maybe Iceman. Cool. This was for a big Bardic commission you did, which I really wish I had gotten. Okay, ink, just having fun, ink and Kirby stuff. Thumbnail for a Magneto commission. Well, he dug deep. This is fun. I think this is something, I don't know. It's cool though. It's James. Ooh, an Ultra Mega. More Joker thumbnails. Ultra Mega thumbnails. Oh, cool. Check that out, Bizarros. I mean, should I cut these out individually? What do you think, guys?
Cut them out.
Cut them out? You heard it, Mark V. Blame Mark V. I will not be cutting it out. That was a test, Mark V. I just wanted to see what you were going to say. You failed. Oh, Phoenix. More MODOK. God, this is never ending. Not a bad thing. All right, this is a cover to a book called Chroma. This is cool. It's not going to be available for sale. The artist, creator of this book, it's a creator-owned book. It'll be headed to him, but at least you get to see it here. This is a cover for a Peach Momoko Marvel project. That's cool. Maybe I'm not supposed to show you. And a cover for a book called Croak. Very Harren. All right. Thank you, James. Lot of goodies in here. A lot of goodies that you can expect for New York Felix Con. In fact, there's so many goodies. I'm not sure we can do it next week because all this stuff's got to get scanned. All right. Congratulations, Bad Bear Comics. You broke Tim L's streak. But this will be the next. This will be the next prize. Actually, before we get into that, I got a couple prizes for Lou Family Fund donors. Lou Family Fund is my charity that I started. We help cancer patients seek care with exceptional doctors, prolong survival, improve outcomes, and we've had a lot of success with it. When I started it, I said anything over 0 is a win, and we are well above 0. I'll have a more detailed update soon, but thank you everyone who has donated to Lou Family Fund. If you have donated, you are eligible to claim these prizes. Our first prize is one of our Felix Comic Art wireless chargers. Only this one is signed by Paul Pope. Yep, I got a bunch of stuff signed at New York while I was there. This one is signed by Paul Pope. You get a awesome disc. You can use it for anything. Rest your drink on it for a coaster. Throw it to your wife as a frisbee, as an air hockey puck. Or it's also a wireless charger. That's what most people use it for. And this one's signed by Paul Pope. So, very promising developments in cancer treatment with immunotherapy. And what is immunotherapy? Immunotherapy is using your own body's immune system to fight the cancer. So, you may know this or you may not, but we all have cancer in our body. Cancer is just rogue cells. But our immune system can detect it and can eliminate it. Cancer becomes cancer when it evades our immune system. So what immunotherapy does is it tunes your immune system to fight your specific cancer. And everyone's cancer is different. It's almost like a fingerprint. But your immune system, if it can be made to recognize the cancer, it can fight the cancer. And I truly believe that immunotherapy is the future of cancer treatment. So if you, first person to type in immunotherapy, first donor, Lou Family Fund donor who types in immunotherapy, that's IMMUNO therapy, wins this. And that is Pat L. Congratulations, Pat L. Pat L, who is actually an MD. So you can vet what I've said, Pat. I know you're not an oncologist, but feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not. We also have Tim L, Doug L, Absurd 13, Ron Lim, Mike Sitchy. Thank all you guys for being donors. Okay, so Pat L, you won the Paul Pope signed wireless charger. We've got another one to give away. Let's see who signed this one. This one was signed by Trad Moore, superstar Trad Moore, Trad 22. Here you go. Key figure in immunotherapy is Dr. Steven Rosenberg at NIH in Bethesda, Maryland. And what he does is he is conducting what are called TIL trials. TIL stands for tumor infiltrating lymphocyte. And believe it or not, he has gotten stage 4 patients with very, very extensive disease to NED and even cured. If you Google Dr. Steven Rosenberg, breast cancer, there was a patient who saw him very, very late stage, did not have much longer. Her PET scan lit up like a Christmas tree. She had cancer all over her body. Dr. Rosenberg used, in his TIL trial, took her natural killer cells, tuned it to her cancer, replicated billions of them, and reinfused them in her body, and she is now cured. Absolutely unbelievable. It's amazing. It is also not perfect. The rate of success is low. It just, for whatever reason, when it works for some people, it works like that. But for a lot of people, it doesn't. But they are on the right track. So, if you type in, very simple, TIL, T-I-L, first donor, type in TIL, T-I-L, wins this Tradmore signed wireless charger. And there was, our cause is for colon cancer. And Dr. Rosenberg had a stage 4 colon cancer patient that he has cured. Her metastases were to her lungs. She had 7 METs, 7 tumors in her lungs. The TIL resolved 6 of them. That 7th tumor became resistant. That's how wily and tough a beast stage 4 cancer is. They surgically resected that 7th tumor, and she is now cured. Just amazing stuff. Okay, so who typed in TIL first? Tim L. So Tim's just fast. It's not just a matter of guessing the packages because he recognized them from watching the shows. He's just fast. Congratulations, Tim. Ron Lim, your second comic. Art Boston. Third, Bill Johnson, Tyler T, Mike Sitchy, JC Padilla, Dallas Heister, Luke Ewan, Dallas Heister, JC Padilla. So anyway, thank you guys. And again, this was just for Lou Family Fund donors. If you want to be able to be eligible and participate in these in the future, go to loufamilyfund.org. All donations are appreciated. Thanks so much. And congratulations. Congratulations once again, Tim. Tim, this is, Tim, after we're done with the show, go to 7-Eleven and buy a lottery ticket. All right. Next package, or next prize for the next package is this limited edition signed print little mini poster that Boom Studios gave away at San Diego Comic-Con. This was for San Diego Comic-Con. It is, of course, Many Deaths of Layla Starr, hugely popular book, hugely celebrated book, and it's signed by artist co-creator Felipe Andrade. So if you guess the next package, this is what you win. And what is our next package? And I'll tell you right now, this is our final package. So let's go. We got McLean, DWJ, Sebastian with DWJ. That was fast. This is DWJ. This is our last package, and it's a fatty from DWJ. This one's got some heft to it, guys. A lot of DWJ goodness in this one, I can tell you that. Even though I don't know exactly what's in here, a lot of good stuff. And DWJ, or D-Dubs as we affectionately refer to him as, always seals everything up with saran wrap. Hey, can you just go through this packaging? Thank you, Mark. Mark's super helpful. Jason, not so much. Thank you. Thanks again, Mark. Yeah, just go through that package and make sure all the... Yeah, Jason's just hovering because he's going to get first peek at this while Mark's hard at work. I just busted your balls.
It's a rookie. That's the pay of the...
All right, so we have Dual Powerbomb 5 in here, which has been released, so I can show you that. And Dual Powerbomb 5, let's say we did drops for Dual Powerbomb 1, 2, and 3. Could have sold them complete, but we dropped number 1 for San Diego Felix Con because, you know, we wanted to do that one up big. And then we dropped 2 and 3 together, just have a really big drop. And 4 we sold complete, and now we have 5. So 5 may sell complete, or maybe we'll drop it. I haven't decided yet. You guys just have to hang out to find out. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. First things first is this Berserk 6x9 sketch, which will be going to a lucky fan. That's great. Now we have some covers. Let's check this out. This is for Duo Powerbomb 7, and it's a double cover. Look at that wraparound. Featuring Orangabang and all the wrestlers they've faced, Cobra Sun and Lona, including Pizza Man, David Cho's Pizza Man, making an appearance. David Cho, who is no, we'll call him a friend of Felix Comic Art. David, if you're watching, you got to get it at the drop. Actually, that's issue 7, so that'll probably sell complete. So here, this is very, very exciting. This is a Doctor Strange cover for Doctor Strange Fall Sunrise, number 1. Doctor Strange Fall Sunrise is Trad Moore's newest series that he's working on. So someone's texting me like crazy. And that art is not going to be available, I don't think. But Trad's gotten his buddies to do covers, including our own Ian Bertram and now Daniel Warren Johnson. And look at this thing. I mean, I, as a book collector, a bibliophile, you gotta love that. Looks like my room. Of course, I mean, Doctor Strange probably read these books. My books just sit in an unread pile. Ooh, a Hulk cover. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys that these will most likely not be in New York Felix Con. I got to talk to Dan to see which ones can go and which ones we still have to hold on to. But check that out. How badass is that? Oh, this is a, there you go. Jurassic League cover. Jurassic League, which just issue 6, I think, is out. So just completed the first run. Another Jurassic League cover. So I think we had 4 Jurassic League covers at San Diego Felix Con. They all went. These I think we can put in New York Felix Con. This is for a book. Oh, this is for Vanish. This is for Ryan Stegman's book. So I know Daniel's done a couple other covers. So here's number 4. And here's number 3. So there you go. If you haven't picked up Vanish yet, grab it. It's a really fun read. First issue's out. I think second issue is out this week. And we will have original art from Vanish soon. And here's a Batman cover. Well, why don't we just take that in? Batman, who's that? That's Bane, right?
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool. All right. What time we got, guys? 8:04. All right, we coming on the home stretch of the unboxing part. We're going to get into art show in a second, but why don't we enjoy the original art for Duo Powerbomb number 5? Came out a couple weeks ago. I think you should all have gotten it, so it's on you if there are any spoilers in here. This is a crazy, crazy action-packed issue. I mean, they broke out the bat with the barbed wire. And if you are interested in this complete, you better let me know. but yowza. This thing is just, it's just one long match, just nonstop. Just pure DWJ wrestling action. I think this is the issue where DWJ really got to show off his wrestling choreography and his how he would direct a match. And yeah, it's pretty brutal, but you gotta love it. Wow, bag of tacks. I mean, this is just crazy. If we do break this up, I mean, you can see like every single page. It's just nonstop. And there's a big spoiler moment here. Avert your eyes if you have not read yet. But this is a big, big moment right here. You know, for all the action, and you know, as comic art collectors, we love action. This is the page for me in this entire issue. That's it. Do a power bomb number 5, and our unboxing is over. 8 boxes. You know what? Yams, you've been keeping track of everyone?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. 8 boxes. 8 boxes means 8 spins. This is the time everyone who's been in the chat. You don't have to guess. You don't have to be a Lou Family Fund donor. Everyone is eligible. As long as you've made a comment, Yams has entered you into the randomizer. And what are you going to win? What is the prize? If you followed me on social media from New York Comic Con, you may have seen this. It's our brand new shirt for 2023. We're debuting it early. It says Home of Wall Power, Felix Comic Art. You know what that is, a little bit of an inside joke. Here you go. And this is either the 6th or 7th shirt we've done. And if you've gotten our shirts before, you know these are quality shirts. I spring for the best. So they fit well, they feel good, they look great. And you're going to get to win. Come on over when you're ready, Yams. Let me check out the comments.
All right.
All right, let's go. Let's see. You got everyone? Okay, we're going to spin 8 times, okay? Spin number 1.
Turn the sound on.
Who was it?
I didn't look at it.
Okay. All right, spin number 1.
Didn't count. I mean, it counted, but you lost.
All right, Bill Johnson, spin number 1. Now we go spin number 2.
All right.
Tyler T, number 2. Let's go, spin number 3. Grant Riddle. All right, we're halfway there. Spin number 4. And maybe this wasn't such a great idea. But we'll get through it. Victor Bracamontes. No Tim L yet. Tim L's still in the running. Spin number 5. Is it going to be Tim L? Reva J. Spin number 6. Scott Wingo. Spin number 7. We're 1 away. Mike Cushion. Okay, this is the 8th spin, and this will be for the winner. You better be a size L. It's low sap NJ. Congrats, low sap NJ. You do not have to be a size L. I got L. I got XL. I even got double XL. Just tell me what size you are, and I'll send you a shirt. And if you're smaller than L, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, we're gonna start with the Jaime Hernandez extravaganza. Who wants to go first? Jason or Mark V?
The portfolio is ready.
Huh? Are you ready, Jason?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, hang on a second. So let's see. I actually brought these shirts for you guys. So this one's for you, and this one's for you.
Nice. Thank you.
All right. So we got another chair. Actually, why don't you sit? Why don't you take my seat here? Go ahead and sit down. We'll look over everything. All right, you guys, original art fans, you're in for a treat, especially if you love and Rockets and Jaime Hernandez. Really, one of the all-time greats, probably greatest American comics.
Yeah.
There was just a PBS special. You can find it on YouTube. It's been confirmed that Jaime is in the permanent collection of Lucas Museum of Narrative Art. So here we go.
We're starting with Gilbert.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, because it's just the Love and Rockets folder. But
Okay.
But yeah, this is Love and Rockets 1.
You don't have to take it out. We can see
Okay.
it. Yeah, we're good.
Love and Rockets 1. I don't know what the glare is like.
Cool. Keep going.
Gilbert work bigger.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Wow. Wowza. All right, tell us about this page.
So this basically
This will pull out.
starts off the Locust epic in Love and Rockets 2. First page.
That's
I mean, for
Yeah.
me, it's the beginning of it all. I know in number 1 there was a story.
Stuck in.
Oh, there was a story, but this is where kind of Jaime comes in and just goes off, you know, with his main story. Gilbert had his main story in one with Ben. Yeah, I mean, picked this up at Comic Connect. I'm glad it was at Comic Connect. No diss to Comic Connect, but you know, seeing how that one page did.
Like last
week.
Yeah. It would have. This probably would have gone really bonkers at Heritage.
Yeah, I probably would not have ended up with both of these.
So you got both. You got both these at Comic Connect.
Yes.
Same auction, right?
Same auction.
Well, this one is a 2-pager.
There's a 2-page story from number 3, Love and Rockets. Super fan, in love with, you know, Atoma, Penny, and, you know, she's kind of reviewing her history.
So if you got both these at the same auction, which one did you prioritize? Like if you could only get one lot, which would have been this?
It would have been this one.
This one?
It would have been
Yeah, I kind of
number
agree.
2.
I kind of agree.
You know, but I wanted both, and actually this was, I mean, fairly cheap for what it was for the 2 pages. You know,
It feels cheaper now after that Heritage.
yeah.
Let's get going.
There's a bunch of space in for more in the future.
Yeah.
Room for growth.
Yeah.
Yeah, pick this one up. You know, I love the how Jaime does the kids. You know, the kind of Peanuts, Dennis the Menace action, but we have a nice scene with Jaime Wonder Woman right here. Ray, you know, in his mind, just what's happening. You know, all his failed loves.
Where'd you get these from?
These were off of CAF. Yeah, so I picked them up off of CAF. Went around making a bunch of offers.
Ooh.
You know, I really love this page. It's a flashback page from the, you know, Return of Ray D storyline. But you know, you get young Maggie, Opie. Maggie's just like as cute as can be in this. hope he's writing something in here, you know, in the wet cement, and later on in the story you get to see exactly what that was. It's kind of a touching moment.
That's Ray's first appearance. I could be wrong.
Maybe as young Ray, I think
Yeah.
he might have come out before. I'm not sure. Yeah, and then you know we come back into reality, and Maggie's drunk as hell, and Danita's trying to get her out of there.
That's a great page.
Yeah, so there's a recent heritage win.
That last panel is just hilarious.
You know, get Daffy in there, which I didn't have. You know, Maggie going nuts, the feet flying, just incredible cartooning. Yeah, I mean, just here, just hanging out and talking. You know, great pose. You know, with both of them. I mean, he's just who's better? I mean, there's nobody. You know. Here's a wrestling with Vicky, Maggie managing, and you know the relationship isn't so great here, you know, and Vicky decides to go off because she's pissed, and one of my favorite pages. Look at, I mean, just the way she smashes down the face, the Pepper's face gets scrunched up. It's just like, not everyone can do that well. Maggie the mechanic or Perla the prostitute. So if people don't know, Maggie, her family calls her Perla. Her name is Perla. And, you know, different identities. Just a great scene of her at work. Penny pretending to work, doesn't have to work. I just love this scene and this kind of sequence at the end of Chester Square. This story, I think it's called "It's Not That Big a Deal."
Yeah.
We'll see a page. Oh no, are we gonna see a page?
No, that's what I'm getting.
Okay.
Framed, so.
Yeah. So you get the kind of Maggie pissed off, throwing a rock through the Chester Square sign. Yeah, just unbelievable cartooning, you know, and a mention of kind of Speedy. They're finally kind of, you know, discussing what happened with Speedy, and you know, whether
Wow. When did you start getting into Jaime's art? Because you haven't been collecting that long.
So you know, I always followed Jaime's art, you know, like it always looked good, but starting Love and Rockets or reading took forever, you know.
Have you gotten this deep into any other artist?
You mean number of pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, there's some completes, right? So I mean, so that from that sense. But if you're talking about like multiple pages,
or even multiple transactions.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, for me at this moment, for any kind of art purchase, it's the question I ask is, would I rather have a Jaime? And that helps. That helps with
Narrow things down.
Yeah, it cuts things out pretty quick. From volume 2, Frogmouth, Reno, just yeah. I mean, these pages are smaller, but still great. You know, he's been at it, you know, for 40 years now.
40 years.
It's so amazing.
Over 40 years.
And you know, if this was all done and collected, like everyone would look at it in awe, you know, as this just great, unmatched epic, you know, in storytelling. It's still going right now, so people just take it for granted, I think. But there will be a time where, you know, it's all done, and people will recognize the greatness. Yeah, I think that's it.
Thanks, Jason.
That's
awesome.
badass, Jason.
I mean, that's really impressive.
Yeah.
In, you know, a couple of years, how many Jaime pieces you got, and great examples too.
Yeah, there's a lot of competition, and thanks to
Speaking
Mark.
of competition,
Mark is the guy that motivated me to go out.
Is he your number one competition?
No, we actually don't overlap a ton.
Good boundaries.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
there are a bunch of people I know in the chat that we were probably pushing each other.
All right, let's go, Mark. You're up.
All right.
Just don't live that.
Right, so yeah. I guess I started collecting 18 months ago, and so Jaime was really the artist. I got my first piece from Albert Moy, you know, I think he offered it a little too cheap.
Is it
It's
in here?
yeah.
Okay,
we'll
we'll
show
see
it.
in a sec.
Yeah, this is a piece that Jaime did revisiting his low-cost characters in their younger days. So I just love kind of the joyousness of this piece. You know, just kind of he can still capture these characters. You know, he still kind of can draw them like like the back of his hand. Great piece.
Hold it up. Like, what does the ICAF stand for?
International Comic Art Forum.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what was that?
Yeah, it's just like it was like an academic conference that, and I think he was invited as a guest. So, yeah. So let's. This is a piece after the original Love and Rockets ended. They did a color special. So this is the inside front cover of that special. I just think kind of the the way in which he draws, can draw like all types of characters and different kinds of facial expressions. Just. This is something that I picked up at the first CAF Live. It's a piece that I knew that I kind of wanted to add and really kind of, just for the range of characters.
Did you know
that
this
he was
was
able to draw.
available before the CAF Live, or you just spotted it at CAF Live?
I knew it was available. So like
Okay.
I kind of knew that I wanted to pounce on it.
So 12 panels,
Yep.
12 different faces,
Yep.
12 different heads. That's crazy.
This is a page from Love and Rockets 3, focusing on the character, the legendary Rena, right here you can see in the lower left. It's not the earliest page from the series that I own. That is off getting framed at the moment, but it's one where I fell in love with this panel in the lower left, and that was the thing that really encouraged me to pull the trigger on this. But then you're drawn into this. It almost functions as a complete story in and of itself. You just read from the first panel to the second panel. So yeah, I absolutely love this page. Got it from a collector in France.
Great job.
Yeah. Thanks Albert Moy for this piece.
So this was the first one?
Yeah, this is the first one. From the return of Ray D storyline. I think you saw a page from that same issue that Jason had. But I just loved kind of the range, just Maggie here being Maggie. And this is when they really started making that transition from, all the kind of sci-fi tropes and off to just following the lives of the characters. So I knew I wanted this page, reached out. I think it had been on Albert's site forever and snagged it. Cool. This is a page from issue 26 from In the Valley of the Polar Bears. Vicky is taking Maggie on her wrestling tour, and Maggie is not at all pleased, and so she's pretty much pouting at every single panel. But I think I like that. This is kind of the version of Maggie that I was first introduced to when I started reading Love and Rockets. So I knew I had to have this. It was a kind of a page that really kind of capped my first year of collecting. The next page is from the Chester Square storyline. Maggie's hanging out, feeling a little sorry for herself. And then she sees some people that, at least one character that she knows she's met before, definitely, but, leaves her hotel room. But I just love the interplay between light and dark in this page. It's one of my favorite pages. I have a page that's somewhat similar to this from issue 44 as well. You can see on my calf. And then moving on to volume 2 of Love and Rockets. This is the cover to the issue where they more or less revealed the origin of Penny Century, who she was as a kid, before she met her husband, who you'll meet a little bit later in one of the pages. Cool.
Great cover.
Yeah, I picked this up from Dino. Thanks, Dino. At another Comic Art Live. So the next 6 pages are a complete story, complete Jaime story from issue 42. And the thing that's interesting about this set of pages is that this is an update to a story that both Gilbert and Jaime did when they were much younger, and it's been updated. It doesn't make any sense at all, but I just love the chaos and energy of this story, Easter Hunt, and just some of the individual panels have stuck with me, I think, throughout. There's hundreds of panels in Love and Rockets, but some of the panels from this story just have stuck with me for decades now.
How many pages is this complete story?
6.
6?
Yeah,
And you got this directly from Jaime, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of Hopi punching people in this story, which I very much like.
So 42 would have been like late 90s.
Early, like 93.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. They build a UFO. Something about that really appealed to me, kind of a return to those
Yeah,
old
yeah.
days.
Yeah.
And just, I think what you know, in a lot of these pages, you see panels where it's just like, you know, Jaime experimenting with different lettering and different lettering effects. I think, you know, I think he could have been one of the great letterers in comics if he had just pursued that route.
Well, both can be true. He can still be considered.
Still do it. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. And I don't know what it is about this panel. This is one of my favorite all-time panels, I think, in all of Love and Rockets. I just love the motion, or the way her hand is posed, her arm is posed here. Just an absolute favorite. Finally dispatching her longtime nemesis, Julie, into the mouth of a whale. An imaginary story. And then the end here. Opie and Maggie.
Do you think you'll ever display these, you know, like on your wall, all 6 pages?
I would love to. I talked to the framer about that recently. He gave me a quote, which was a little too much, but we'll see how that goes.
Someday.
Yeah. And this last panel is this last page is a calendar piece that Jaime did. Penny Century and her husband and her child. I think it's been used a lot in a calendar, a set of postcards. But yeah, I just love kind of the lushness of the hair here, the way he draws that, you know, these lines right over here. Just one of my favorite. And I have Lance Suarez to thank for this. I don't know the man, but I was just randomly browsing CAF. I saw a picture, an old picture of one of Albert's booth setups that had this piece. Reached out to Albert, and it was available.
And he still had it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. All right, so actually, I have a couple
Of course.
the pieces to show, and so while I get that ready, I have a little assignment for you guys.
Yeah.
And this is not an easy assignment, okay? But that's why, that's the fun of it.
Yeah.
Pick out one piece from what you brought today that you would consider like the epitome of your favorite, okay? It doesn't have to be the most valuable, doesn't have to be the greatest, whatever, just of the piece you brought, which one's your favorite? Yeah? All right. I'm gonna show off the pieces. And before I do that, there were a couple of small boxes that I forgot to open. I wanted to open because I wanted to acknowledge the senders. This one came to me from Sticker Mule, and I wasn't sure who this was from or what this was, but then I did take a peek, but I have not yet opened it. And once I did, I figured it out, and I wanted to show everyone. This is all kinds of stuff in here. This is from JC Padilla, who is in the audience or was in the audience, and this was a gift. It's a custom-made shirt, which is so cool. I mean, he knows I'm a Dark Knight nut, as you all do. And here we go. Check that out. Custom shirt with the original art for Dark Knight #2 cover. Man, that is great. Thanks so much, JC. Really appreciate this. Right up my alley, of course. All right, and next up is a small box. I think they're, and this one, I'm not gonna make you guys guess, this one is from an artist. This is from Mike Huddleston, sent me a box of something. I think I have an idea what this is, but we're gonna open it up and find out. Give those boys a little time to discuss their picks. I can hear a lot of chatter back there. Not easy, not easy. You can only pick one. You know what? Actually, the criteria is if you could only save one from destruction. Let's see, it's a little tricky. You can only save one piece from destruction. Yeah, so what time we got? Let me make sure we don't miss that movie.
It's 8:20.
Okay, we're
8:29.
good. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Crisis averted. No need to panic. All right, here we go. It is a goodie box of what I asked for. I wanted a copy of his latest sketchbook, and here it is. Thank you so much, Mike. And this is the Decorum hardcover. I gotta get him to sign it. I wish he'd signed it, but still. Cool. Decorum is the project he did with Jonathan Hickman, and they are now doing 3 Worlds, 3 Moons. And our own Stephen Green has joined them. A lot of cool art coming from that. Stay tuned for future unboxing. All right, so on to my Jaime art, and I only have 2 pieces. One you've seen on CAF, the other you have not. One you've seen on CAF is this piece. It is the cover to Love and Rockets number 8. And I got this at Heritage, their November 2016 auction. It was a big auction. I was there with Albert Moy, a bunch of other dealers. Yams and I shot a ton of video, which we have not released. And I have to say, Heritage was super cool in giving us access. We just never really did anything with the footage. Well, maybe we still might someday. But anyway, this was one of the pieces I ID'd as one I really wanted. I went after hard. I was prepared to go after hard. So the day before the auction, Heritage had us all in, and they would do a preview. So you could request to look at any piece you wanted. I was with Albert, and he was requesting piece here, piece there. And I decided I didn't really want to request a piece because I'd be giving away my hand. As it turned out, he requested this piece to look at, so I looked at it while he was looking at it, and I knew. And I actually ended up talking to Albert. Albert, I really want that piece. And Albert, to his credit, said, "Okay." He goes, I'll back off on that one. Now, it was pretty much you get one ask, and that was it. And he did back off, and I won this for what I thought was a really, really friendly price. But at the time, there were some issues with this piece, which if you can see, like this black area here, this part was filled in with marker, and it was not aesthetically pleased just here. But all the outline, everything was India ink. Actually, most of these figures are India ink. Just sort of this fat center was marker, and marker is not ideal. It'll fade, and I knew that if I won it, I'd want to be inked in with India ink, like the rest of it. And I'm really OCD about it. I want the original artist to do it. I mean, I guess theoretically I could do it myself, but I don't want to do that. So it was either Jaime or bust. So I talked to Todd Hignite, who's the VP at Heritage, who's also Jaime's art rep. And I said, "Todd, if I win this, will Jaime fill that in for me?" And Todd said, "That's a great idea." He talked to Jaime, and he said, "Yes, he will." I said, "Okay, then I'm going to go after it." And I won it. And eventually I saw Jaime, and he filled this in with, filled in the marker part with India ink, and now it looks like $1 million. And I asked him, why was it that all the rest of this was India ink, but you just like filled in the big spots with marker? And his answer was to save on the India ink. They were that poor, they were that broke, that he didn't want to use India ink just to fill in the blacks. That's why he used the marker. Well, anyway, that's been rectified. I'm super happy, and yeah, if you look through the Love and Rockets covers, there aren't too many that stand out that I would choose over a great interior, and they're generally early in the run. Now, obviously, number 24 is the classic. That's sort of the end all be all Love and Rockets piece, cover or interior, as far as I'm concerned. But with the rest of the covers, they're a little hit and miss. And my favorite ones, and I'll grant that it's largely due to nostalgia, are the early ones. And this is the best one that I've ever seen available. So the next piece I have is a page. And this is a page from issue 13. And it features young Maggie and young Hopi. And my favorite Love and Rockets tend to be the earlier stories. I like them when they're young. They've got that youthful energy. And, it's all youthful energy. And they're being punks. And I think it's really mirrors what's going on with Jaime and Gilbert at that time too. I think they are. I mean, the whole thing is they're drawing on their very lived-in experience. And I know that 11 Rockets has now achieved a depth that we might not have seen coming because of longevity, because all the characters have aged along with the series. But I'll admit that I find old Maggie and Hopi. I mean, I don't need to see that. I see that in myself. I'd rather harken back to the fun times, the young times, and now again, this page kind of captures that for me. I really wanted a page with both Maggie and Hopi, and they're talking shit, they're being punks, and I really enjoyed this page. And I happened to get this at the exact same auction. It was a day later, that same Heritage auction. So I knocked out my Love and Rockets once, within like a 24-hour period. Got a cover, which I never thought would happen, but then I got a page, and I've been waiting for the right page. I'm not going to say this is the perfect page at all, but it was the right page for me. Very happy to have it. So these are my two Love and Rockets pieces. So you guys pick out your number one choices.
I did.
You did? All right, let's see them.
I think this one, just because I love it so much, but also for what I did to get it. I think I felt like a serious collector.
Yes, that is a great story. That is a great story because it is a lot of, like you're a PI almost, to find it. So and yeah, and you like the hair, like how he does the hair. It's very similar to this, and I really, not just a great letter, but obviously inker extraordinaire. Okay, let's see.
I can't choose one.
Choose one.
I can't.
Okay, I'll choose for you. We'll choose this one. Okay, so the reason I had you guys pick your two favorite, we're gonna put all three pieces here, and I think that is quite a Love and Rockets Jaime Hernandez tribute. Three collectors. I think that is almost just about as good as it gets, guys, in one room. On one show. Thanks a lot for bringing them here. Hope everyone in the audience enjoyed it. We got more plans coming up for the show. And every once in a while we bring in collectors showing off their private stash. And hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will say goodnight to Tim L, Reba J, Mike Sitchy, Tyler T, Sebastian, all you guys who hung out to the end, Treese. Thanks so much, and we'll see you all next time. Now that's a wrap.
All right. Thanks, everyone.